Is that close?
Can you hear that?
Can you? You can't hear cauliflower.
You can now on Cauliflower Corner.
Yeah. We'll get some
Cauliflower Corner for episode 2.
Exciting.
Very exciting. So what did you think about the UFC this past weekend?
Maybe this should be like episode 6, and then we'll go back and do episode 1 to 3,
We could.
like in Star Wars and stuff.
Do you want to do it like that?
Yeah.
Do you want this one to be episode 5 technically?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna have to do some work on the site then, because I've already named it the other one episode 1.
Brock was destroyed, but then he came back to win by arm triangle. That's what the notes say, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Ronas must have been a little drunk because he's he's reading right off the notes. It could be an excuse though. I mean, if I had bet against Brock, I'd be getting pretty drunk before that fight too. 'Cause then you have an excuse if you don't even know what the hell people are talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, won by arm triangle. Jiu-Jitsu's back.
Jiu-Jitsu is back. It's back in a big way.
Brock Lesnar brought it back.
Brock Lesnar brought it
back
single-handedly.
His technical wizardry is something to behold.
It was something to behold.
Wow.
I not just that. Chris Leben beats Akiyama by triangle.
Yeah, that was awesome. Leben's warrior. Leben's amazing, really. Like I remember seeing some of his early fight against Joe Dirksen, right? Just complete brawler, slugfest. And even when he first came into the UFC, to see kind of where he is now versus where he was then, I think that's really, really impressive. Really dedicated athlete and dedicated martial artist.
Indeed, I was pretty impressed by Leben. I did not exactly take his side on the fight, but I was impressed by his win. Akiyama was proving me right for most of the fight. He was.
Shut up. Chris Lytle won by double submission. What was that?
It was like some weird top triangle choke, and then he top side triangle leg choke, and then he also got some kind of Kimura in. So I'm not sure which one made him tap. So got to go with the double submission.
Submission.
He didn't win submission of the night either.
Yeah.
Guess who won that?
Who?
Submission wizardry, Brock Lesnar.
I
remember someone saying I was out to lunch or something.
Speaking of great submissions, Jason, George Sotiropoulos won a great fight. Jiu-Jitsu obviously being his kind of main thing, combined with really, really tight amateur wrestling. What really amazes me about Sotiropoulos is just how compact and tight he stays, like in his striking game, like really tight technical amateur boxing, and then coupled with really elite level jiu-jitsu. I think that combo makes for a really exciting, dynamic fighter.
You know what was amazing to me? He just rolled submissions into Sotiropoulos. He didn't even win by submission. It was awesome. You just completely ignored the fact that I was right, and then worked into your own thing. It's impressive.
Let's move on to Stephan Bonner, the American Psycho. Woo!
That was impressive.
That was awesome, man. And I really like Christoph. Christoph is a really cool guy, but it was great to see, I think Stephan Bonner has kind of like a gatekeeper role in the UFC.
Definitely, yeah.
And,
but I love watching him fight.
All his fights are awesome. He fights super tough guys all the time. And it was nice that they didn't put him up against like a John Bones or, Rich Franklin or somebody, too devastating. They gave him somebody who he could compete with, and they put on a great show.
So Sosinski, I just had to ask this because we're CanadianProfighter.com. What's his nationality? He says he's fighting out of Poland, but then he's also fighting via Manitoba.
Yeah.
Via California. I'm just confused on where we're supposed to place him.
Born in Poland, and then moved to Winnipeg, and he ran Ultimate Cage Wars in Winnipeg for a while, and he fought in the IFL. He's trained with a lot of really good guys and been around, and former member of Team Tompkins as well, actually. So
indeed.
Yeah, he's really been plugging away for a long time, and it's really great to see it pay off. And now he's up there. He's up there playing in the big leagues. Whether or not he can get to the top of that food chain remains to be seen. But I mean, if he keeps improving the way he has been improving, he's going to turn into a real force.
So Do we consider him a Canadian then, officially?
Yeah, he's Canadian.
All right.
He's Canadian.
I just want to know where I should place him as far as our
He's Canadian.
loyalties.
Yeah,
Cool.
good guy. Let's get off the UFC. Let's talk about something else. Fighting Spirit going down where?
Fighting Spirit's coming back to Oneida on August 21st is the word.
Right
but,
on.
There's actually something coming this weekend. Zirpa
Oh,
MMA.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
The comeback. There's a
Screwed up.
there's a heavyweight championship. There's a lot of other great fights. There's some great local fighters on the card. And,
Hunter Birch. I like that guy.
Yeah, he's a great fighter. He's going to be fighting
Very exciting.
Ray Lopez, who won XCC Knockout of the Night in XCC 46.
Wow, you know a lot of names and a lot of stuff about MMA. Right here, man. The encyclopedia.
It's my job.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
I know the people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Andrew McInnes is fighting.
Yeah.
Somebody I've seen compete a few times. Just amazing jiu-jitsu. You know, bringing a level of jiu-jitsu in MMA you don't usually see, and so that's going to be very interesting to see how his style kind of translates into MMA.
Speaking of, since this is the Ode to Jiu-Jitsu show, what would you think would happen with Andrew McInnes in his translation to MMA? Because he has a really different grappling style.
Yeah,
it works really effectively in the 32-man tournament, but do you think it's going to translate that well to MMA?
I don't know. Like in MMA, wrestling is so much more important than it is in a submission wrestling match, right? Because if you can't put the guy down, right, you can't just butt scoot. You know, it's not an option, right? He has to be able to put the fight on the ground, and so it all depends. If his wrestling is tight, then he's going to win easily. You know, because as soon as that fight hits the mats, man, it's 20 seconds from ending.
Yeah, definitely.
At the most.
Well, we've seen him end a few people pretty quick in the grappling tournament against other high-level jiu-jitsu guys. So
yep.
Unless he's fighting another high-level guy, it's not going to last very long.
Probably not.
So, how are you enjoying the summer?
Hot.
Yeah.
Woo!
How's that gi? Is that nice and warm in there?
Yeah. I was just teaching a private. Had to don the old brown belt. I was teaching a private lesson. I don't wear the gi too much anymore, but I like to. It's fun to put it on once in a while. Lots of different techniques you can do. Lots of stuff you can do with a gi that you don't get to do in no gi wrestling. That's all. It's great.
All right. Well, since you have the gi on, you want to show us a couple of these moves?
Technique of the week, in fact.
Maybe.
I'd love to.
Yeah. All right.
Sure.
Well, maybe we'll go over the Brock Lesnar arm triangle choke.
Sure.
Maybe as a special bonus, we'll have 2 techniques.
Huh.
Maybe we can possibly do the double submission.
Huh.
It's your call.
I don't remember the double submission, honestly.
All right. I guess we're going to skip that one. We'll leave it for next week. We'll wait till the tapes come back.
All right.